Hello, bookish friends. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew, and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. And for today's video, I am very excited. We're going a bit old school. I have to film this on my iPad today because my camera that you can see right here, the charging station for it is not charging, so I sadly have to buy a whole new set of a charger station. So I'm gonna do that next week. But in the meantime, I thought, why not film some videos back on my iPad like we did old school way. I didn't even grab the book that I wanted to bring with me, so let me go see if I can grab that real quick. Okay, I got the book. So for today's video, I am very excited to come at you guys with one of my favorite videos ever, and that is our March book haul. It's time to do our monthly book haul. You guys know the drill. Beginning of the haul, we talk about the books we are reading, and then we go through the actual book haul. So grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's sit down and talk about books, shall we? In the month of March, I got a lot of amazing reads, so I can't wait to talk about them. But first, let me talk to you about... Where did I put my other two books? Oh my goodness. This video is already a hot mess. I don't know what I did with my other two books, but let's start with the book that I'm currently reading. And right now I'm currently reading To Shatter the Night by Catherine Quinn. This is book 2 and the finale of this duology. I read book 1 the year it came out and absolutely loved it. I get 4.5 out of 5 stars, and it was such a fun, enjoyable read. I'm excited to dive back into this one because this was one of my most anticipated sequels of last year, and I just never got around to reading it till now. So I do have the audiobook from my Libby account, and I'm already 65 pages into it. I'm on chapter 7, page 65, so I'm hoping to get some more reading in this tonight. Maybe I'll read some more after I'm done filming. But yeah, this is my current read right now. It's not a book that was on my TBR for the month of April, but you'll see this in my April wrap-up. Also, hopefully you'll see my April TBR this week as well, since I'm filming on my iPad again. Alrighty, let's just jump into it, shall we? Oh, my other two books are right here. The two books that I also want to get to this week, both of these are buddy reads. One was my book club pick for the month of February, and I just never got around to reading it, but my audiobook hold is finally in, and that is Under the Same Stars by Libba Bray. I'm excited to get to this one. This is a historical fiction standalone novel, so I haven't read a historical fiction in a while, so I'm excited but nervous to start this one. I did start the first chapter of it last night, just get a feel of it, and wow, I'm already hooked on just the first chapter. So again, hopefully you'll see this in my April TBR and also in my April wrap-up. Can you all believe we're already in April? Like, what the heck? And then the next book, I am buddy reading this with my friend Britini. I don't know if she has a YouTube channel. If she does, I'll leave it down below. But I am buddy reading Lady Macbeth by Ava Reed. This is my next read after finishing To Shatter the Night, which will be great because this is a adult fantasy standalone novel, and To Shatter the Night is a YA sequel. So I will wrap up that series. So it'll be a nice little break from reading all my series, you know? It's just a one and done book. I honestly don't know too much about this, except it says, from the #1 New York Times bestselling author Ava Reed's come a reimagining of Lady Macbeth Shakespeare. Most famous villainess given her a voice, a past, and a power that transforms the story men have written for her. Super excited to be getting into this. Hopefully I love it, and hopefully me and Brittany loves this one as well. Okay, those are what I'm currently reading and what I'm hoping to read throughout the rest of the week. Now let's actually jump into my book haul. I have 20 books here. Some of them are new releases, some of them are backlist titles. So let's start off with a new release and a sequel I'm excited to read. I think I'm going to read this either May or even if I can squeeze it into April, and that is Go Luck Yourself by Sarah Rosh. Every time I say this title, I always want to laugh because it's like, you know the pun. You know what it's trying to say. This is book 2 in the Nightmare Before Christmas series. I don't know what the name of the series is, but I love these covers so far, especially the green sprayed edges. Yes, please. This was actually out early at the time of me buying this book, and I was like, oh, I don't want to get it early, but I also do because it's one of my most anticipated reads. Hopefully I can get around to reading this, and if I don't, I'll be so sad. I don't know if I can say too much about this, but it says it's enemies to lovers in the sexy, delightful holiday mashup that pairs the spare prince of Christmas with the crown prince of St. Patrick's Day. Very excited. Hopefully I can get to this sometime soon. If I don't, I'll be so sad. The next two books I'm going to show at the same time because they're part of the same series. I saw these new covers from this author. Wow, I can't even pick them up. I saw these new covers from this author. I read from this author before, and I just haven't got around to reading this fantasy series I've heard. And that is the Queen Rising series by Rebecca Ross. I have the Queen's Rising and the Queen's Resistance. I'm not going to tell you too much about book 2 because this is book 2 and I don't want to spoil myself for what happens in book 1. But I saw that Target had all the new covers for Rebecca's young adult fantasy books, and they all look really pretty next to each other. So hopefully I can start collecting the new ones. I love the Divine Rivals duology. It's one of my favorite series ever. I'm so happy to have fallen in love with her writing last year. So I'm excited to start a new series by her. I do have her adult fantasy as well, the Fire Endless series. I forgot the first book of that one, but I have that duology as well. But I read the summary of this one at Target and I was like, I know this has been on my wish list for a while, so why not just bite the bullet and buy it. This one says, passion or blood, which will claim Brianna's loyalty? When her 17th summer solstice arrives, Brianna desires only two things: to master her passion and to be chosen by a patron. While some at the renowned Magnolian house in Vilhena seems to be naturally gifted at one of the 5 passions: art, music, dramatics, wit, or knowledge. Brianna struggles to find hers until she chooses knowledge. So it's a self-discovery journey and a chosen one trope, and maybe an enemies to lover in here as well. Super excited. I saw that Target had both books in paperback with a matching set. So I was like, yes, please, let's just get it, because I know after reading the Divine Rival series, she's really good with cliffhangers. So hopefully I'll love this duology, and if I don't, I'll be so sad. Stay, do not fall. The next 2 books I'm going to show at the same time as well. My friend Clint and Jeff, both of them have Instagram and YouTube account. They will be left down below. They will be really happy that I picked up not only 1 Max Walker book, but 2 Max Walker books this month. So I picked up Midnights Like This, which I believe is book 2, and then Die For You, both by Max Walker. Spoiler alert for my March wrap-up, I read Love and Monsters by Max Walker and absolutely loved it. No pun intended. I loved the first book of this trilogy. It was so fun. It was like mystery thriller with a mix of contemporary and of course some romance. I'm very eager to get into these. I think this is the right order of the books. Book 2 is Midnight Like This, okay, Taylor Swift, and then Die For You. So we love it. We love the covers. We love the references. I can't wait to see what happens with the rest of this trilogy. I've been hearing nothing but good things about Max Walker, and we need more representation in our life. So let's dive into Max Walker books. Again, won't talk too much about these because these are sequels, but just know if you love a good small town setting, strangers to lovers trope, and a mystery to solve, definitely check out this trilogy. And it's completed too, so why not just binge it like I am now? I don't know where to put my books. The next book I got, I was supposed to read this in the month of March. This was my friend Dana's book club pick for their Thrills and Chills book club. I'll leave Dana down below as well. Anybody I mentioned throughout the video, of course, will always be left down below. This was their March pick, and it's just sounded amazing. I also picked this book up because this is the only book that I can think of that has my name in it. So I was super intrigued to see what I would be doing in this book, you know? Of course, it's not like me, but you guys get it. But when Dana read the summary of this one out loud, I was just like, whoa, that sounds intriguing. Let's check it out. And That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. I don't know how to say the author's last name. I'm so sorry. So this one, what intrigued me with this small little tagline here, it says, "It was a mistake to trust him. Shivering and bruised, a teen wakes up on the side of the dirt road with no memories of how she got there or who she is. The police don't know where she came from until a frantic man arrives at the station. He's been searching for her for hours. He has her school ID, her birth certificate, and even family photos." What? You telling me a random stranger has all that info? Creepy. I'm excited to read this. Definitely want to get to this in the month of April. I sadly didn't get to it in the month of March like I was supposed to, but hopefully once my thriller kick comes in, I can pick this one up. The next book is a new release that I've already read, and you'll definitely see this in my March wrap-up. You'll see this one there, and that is Rebel Witch by Kristen Celarelli. This is book 2 in the Heartless Hunter duology. I cannot wait. I absolutely love this one. I was going to say I cannot wait to read this one either, but I've already read this one. I absolutely loved this one. I didn't love this one quite as much as book 1. I felt like this storyline was a bit rushed. The romance in here was still super cute. Gideon and, oh my gosh, Rune and Gideon, they're just amazing. And I'm impressed with how this series got wrapped up. Here's the beautiful end papers for Rebel Witch, in case you haven't seen them yet. Oh, this book is so pretty. I got this from Owlcrate, and I also got it from my friend Lori, because my friend Lori didn't love this one as much as she loved book 1, which is funny because I loved it more than she did. But she asked me if I wanted her copy of Rebel Witch to have a matching set, and of course I said yes. So here's the cute artwork on the reversible dust jacket. And then, of course, as always, if I can find the right page, as always, it is signed with the author's signature and also author's letter. So that's very cool. I'm excited. I'll talk more about how amazing the sequel was in my March wrap-up, but just know it was a 5-star read for me. An easy 5-star read of the year so far. I am sad to say goodbye to this duology so soon. I do hope she does more in this world. We'll just have to wait and see what Kristen will do. The next book is a book I actually didn't buy, but this is my book club pick for the month of May. This is my May book club pick, and that is Homegrown Magic by Jamie Packin and Rebecca Podos. Jamie Packin was so sweet enough to reach out to me and ask to see if I wanted a finished copy of this book. And of course, once she did that, I said, yes, please. I would love to have it in my collection. And so I forgot to grab the artwork. Oh my gosh, I'm so chaotic in this video. But I have a signed book plate from both Rebecca and from Jamie. So thank you so much, Jamie, for sending that my way. I can't wait to add this into my signed collection copy, which you guys can see behind me. Again, this is my book club pick for Queerreads for the month of May. If you want to join us, please let me know, and I'll add you to our group chat and on our Instagram group chat. This is a cozy fantasy with sapphic main characters, small town setting. All I really need to know. Friends to lovers, I think. But yeah, it's one of my most anticipated reads. Very excited to get to it. Hopefully I will. Definitely want to, because it is a book club pick for me. So, and the author did send it to me for free. So I feel like it's an obligated read, you know? We all have those once in a while. Next up, speaking of books I'm anticipating, I have a sequel here. That's the second book in the finale in the duology, and that is The Encanto's Curse by Melissa de la Cruz. This is book 2 in the finale of this duology, like I just mentioned. This is one that I'm definitely reading for the month of April. Spoiler alert, I'm having a little theme in the month of April. I won't say it here because I do want to save the theme for the video. But once you watch my April TBR video, you guys would know that there's a theme to it. So, very excited to get to this. I do have the audiobook checked out from my Libby account, so hopefully I can get around to reading this in April. If I don't, I definitely want to read it before I get to meet Melissa de la Cruz in May. Another sequel I'm super excited for, and one that I kind of wish Owlcrate did a matching edition for, but they sadly didn't, and that is His Immortal Demise by Vanessa Lynn. I read book 1, The Last Blood Carver, last year in March, and absolutely loved it. It became a 5-star read for me. It's very creepy and different from all the other fantasy books I've read. It's a dark academia story with romance, of course. I can't really explain it too much without like spoiling you book 1. But if you read book 1 and you loved it, book 2 is finally out. I do not love the cover change, sadly, but this cover itself is pretty nonetheless. But I'm sad, kind of sad that I don't have a matching edition from book 2 to book 1, if that makes sense. But I'm eager to start this one nonetheless. So it is another sequel, and we're matching. How did that work? Speaking of sequels, I spent a day trying to find this book and then found out that it's sold out everywhere. My local Barnes & Noble, it was sold out at my Target, sold out at my indie bookstore, everywhere. So I was like, okay, I really didn't want to go to Amazon and buy this book, but I went to Amazon and I bought this book. And so that book is Sunrise on the Reaping. You had to see this coming, right? This is literally, when I say this is top 3 of my most anticipated reads of 2025, this is in there. And another book that's in this book haul. But this one I'm excited for the most because this will bring me back to like childhood, you know. But everybody in the Mothers is reading this book right now, and everybody is doing spoiler vlogs for it. So I was like, let me join the club. Let me see if I can do a spoiler vlog for it. I've never done spoiler vlogs yet on my channel, so this will be my first one. But I'm hoping to read this one in the month of April. I do have the audiobook checked out from my Hoopla account. So again, hopefully with all these audiobooks that I have checked out that I can get to them. Do I need to say what this one is about? I don't think so. Just so in case nobody knows what this is, we follow Haymitch's storyline and how he did his Hunger Games. Very eager to see how this goes and to see what the movie would look like, because I really enjoyed all the Hunger Games movies so far, including Ballad and Songbirds and Snakes. Is that an unpopular opinion? Let me know down in the comments below. The next book is one that was on my radar and I saw it at Barnes & Noble. This one was actually a sold out edition as well, but I got it like the week they restocked it, and that is Wings of Starlight by Allison Saft. Allison Saft is a hit and miss author with me, but something about having a Tinkerbell storyline just intrigues me, and also the beautiful cover of the front and back of this one. My copy doesn't have like the beautiful artwork underneath, sadly, like I thought it would, but it still has this pretty blue color on the cover. I really don't know too much about this one, except it says, before she was the queen of Pixie Hollows, she was a young fairy who had to choose between duty and her heart. It's been centuries since a warm season fairy has crossed into the winter woods, and while most fear the legends of monsters lurking in the frozen land, Clyron can't help but being intrigued by winter stoic's beauty. However, under the watchful eyes of the current monarchy and the court's seasonal ministries, Clyron has little time to dwell on daydreams while the days to her coronation dwindle away. I probably butchered the character's name. I'm so sorry. But hopefully I like this one. It is such a pretty cover, and that's honestly why I bought it. And it's from Disney Books, so I love anything with Disney. Next is my February book club pick, and I haven't read this one yet. I'm so sad, but I'm hoping to read The Wildest Things by Andrea Hanna. This is a Sapphic Snow White retelling. It's a YA fantasy standalone that is a Sapphic Snow White retelling. If Snow saves her kingdom from being ravaged by the blight, she'll have to kill the evil queen's daughter if she doesn't fall in love with her first. What? It sounds so good. I hope I love it. I think I need to do a vlog of me reading all my book club picks for 2025 so far, because I only read one of them, sadly. Oops. Yikes. I'm a bad host. So sorry, people. But yes, hopefully I like this one, and I think this will be a 5-star read for me. Next one, speaking of anticipated reads, we have a sequel and an auto by author for me. That is The Ragpicker King by Cassandra Clare. This is book 2 in the... What series name is this? Is there a series name for this? This is book 2 of this trilogy so far. I have Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare, which is book 1. I actually have that up here on this shelf. This is a sequel, so again, won't talk too much about it, but just know this is one of my most anticipated reads for the year. And I haven't read Swordcatcher yet, so somebody needs to buddy read that with me. Next is another book that's also my May book club pick. In the month of May, we're having 2 books. One is Homegrown Magic, and the second book is going to be, this is my book club pick for the month of April. I'm getting my months confused. But anyways, that is The Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Amelia Wen Zhao. We had Amelia Wen Zhao for our book club picks before, and we're having her back again just because her books are just so damn good and they're so addicting. And this is a first one of a new fantasy or YA fantasy. I can't tell what genre this is yet, but I love the edges on here. And also shout out to my friend Liz, because my friend Liz found this beautiful bookmark. Look how pretty it is, and it literally matches the cover. Like, yes please. I'm so excited to start this one in the month of April. You'll see this one in my April TBR as well. And hopefully I can do a author interview with Amelia again, like I did for Song of Silver Flame Like Night. Really love that duology, so I'm excited to start her new series soon. And then I have my my March Owlcrate pick. I'm telling y'all, this is a chaotic video. My March Owlcrate pick is Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stevens. I'm really excited for this one. I have 2 copies of this book. Spoiler alert. I got this originally from my book of the month. I have this beautiful, this is the original cover and this is the Owlcrate cover. I love both covers, to be honest, so I wouldn't be mad at keeping both copies. But originally I got this from book of the month because book of the month said it was an early release and it was one of the few YA fantasy books they had. So I was like, how can I not pass up an opportunity to get another YA fantasy from book of the month? And then I didn't realize that I will be in my monthly Owlcrate until I got it. So here's the beautiful cover for the front of it. The spine. The back has a quote on it that says, "Maybe that's all love is in the end. An endless tempting of fate." And then there's beautiful stenciled edges with a ribbon bookmark. And then also in the monthly box, I have this beautiful bookmark here. And then there's beautiful artwork on the end papers. The quote on the inside says, "Year after year, century after century, new flowers from old roots, in an internal seed from which life will always bloom." On the front cover, pretty, it says 1,000 years of you. Here's the back of the book. It says, "Until we meet again, my love." And then, of course, the beautiful artwork on the dust jacket. Of course, I'll leave my Owlcrate unboxing for the month of March up in the comments below, in the description box above and down below. And of course, as always, it's signed by the author and it has the author letter attached to it. So that's pretty cool. And then this is the original cover. So I wouldn't mind having 2 copies of this book. And then getting down to the last 3 books, I have, it wouldn't be a Drew's ambitious reading video without mentioning Star Wars. And so we have Star Wars Reign of the Empire, Book 1, The Mask of Fear by Alexander Freed. Alexandra. I don't know how to say Alex. I'm just gonna say Alex because it's easier for me to say that. So sorry, Alex. This is in the timeline of, I want to say it's in between Empire and Rogue One, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Does it show us in the beginning? Oh, it doesn't show us where it takes place. That's sad. I think this takes place during Rogue One, if I'm not mistaken. But I won't read this one because I don't know if this one will have any spoilers in it. But just know it was one of my most anticipated reads for the month of February. And I didn't get around to buying it in February until I got it in March. Super excited to get to it. And then the second to last book I have is one of my top 3 anticipated reads for the whole year. And that's Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. This is the 3rd installment of the not trilogy. It's going to be a 4-book series. I'm nervous about the wait in between books 3 and 4. I know Tracy is currently writing book 4, which is exciting. This one is a chunker though, so I'm a little nervous with the size of this one, but I feel like once I start this book, I will be able to fly through it like I did with books 1 and 2. If you don't know what book 1 is about, book 1 is a King Arthur retelling from a female's point of view, and is also at a not boarding school but magical school. So definitely check out the series if you haven't yet. It's a third of a series, and book 4 is hopefully coming out next year, maybe, or maybe even 2027. Hopefully not that long. Hopefully it comes out in 2026. But excited for this one. This is the pretty Barnes & Noble edition that I got at my local Barnes & Noble. Beautiful artwork on the end papers, and then again artwork on the end paper as well. One of my most anticipated reads. Can't wait to get to it again. Hopefully I will. Count how many times I said that sentence. And last but not least, my add-on for the month of February. Wow, my add-on for the month of March is Watermoon by Samantha Soto Yamboel. This is one that has been going around booktubes for quite a while, and it sounds really good. It's a woman who inherits a pawn shop where you can sell your regrets. Do I need to say more? It sounds so good. Hopefully I love it. And I know a few of my friends are reading this for their book clubs this year as well, so hopefully I can join them with that. So there you have it. That is everything that I have hauled for the month of March. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go stand up now because I've been sitting down for so long. I'm going to talk to you guys later. Hope you all have a great day or night or not. The choice is yours, and happy reading. If you made it all the way to the end, since it's March and then we have green over here, let's leave a green heart emoji down in the comments below if you made it all the way through, and I'll talk to you guys down below. Love you guys. Bye.